Yo, what's good, everybody? It's the Storm Podcast. We got me and Eman here today. We're going to do a movie review for the new Batman movie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's just called The Batman, right?
Yes, it is just Batman.
Yeah, I'm very happy to do a movie review for this. I did my own personal one. Like, I did one just by myself that I'm going to be posting on my YouTube. But it's cool to get a perspective of someone that's not me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm a good person to have because Riddler is definitely one of my favorite Batman villains.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, word.
He is my favorite Batman villain.
Let's start with a rating. What do you rate this movie out of 10?
I will give it a 8. Maybe 7.
7?
7.5. 7.5.
7.5 out of 10. I'm going to get this bitch a 10 out of 10.
Really?
This shit was great.
Really?
This shit was incredible.
Interesting.
I absolutely loved this movie. In a world of CGI and lighthearted Disney-style superhero movies, like marketed to kids for toys and, stuff like that, it was really cool to get a realistic, dark, dope movie.
See, I like the dark. I like the dopeness. The realistic, I want to see some fun stuff. I want to see some ignorance.
I absolutely loved how realistic this movie was. Robert Pattinson's Batman may be my favorite version of Batman right now.
Robert Pattinson's Batman is my favorite Batman right now.
Bro.
They could have toned down the realism a little bit.
No.
He's still a superhero.
It's perfect, but that's the thing. That's why I hate Batman. Batman is not a superhero. Batman is not a god. Batman
is still a hero.
Batman is a regular nigga who has a lot of money and a little bit of fear. That's what Batman is. In every other version of Batman, he's 40 steps ahead of everybody. He's taking down gods. He's perfect. He's everything. This version of Batman was completely imperfect and completely realistic to who Batman should really be. And that's why it was so cool to me. Because this Batman isn't taking out the entire Justice League. This Batman was struggling to go on the path like one-on-one versus the Riddler. You know what I'm saying? Like, buddy, he was getting dragged by regular ass niggas, Yeah. And he was winning and he was dope. Like, this version of Batman was very smart. He was very skilled. He had good equipment, but he wasn't the smartest nigga ever and the most skilled in the world and top of the line equipment. His equipment was realistic.
Yeah.
His moveset was realistic.
I did enjoy how parts of it were just realistic, but I feel like there were things that was like, we don't need to make this realistic. This is a trademark Batman thing. Let's just let this one part, these two parts,
like what?
rock. Okay. He was getting chased through the police station. He headed up to the building. He was about to jump. I was like, oh, we finna see him bust out the cape. It's not physically possible, but he finna get to floating with the cape.
Right.
This man bust out a whole wingsuit. I was like,
that shit was so raw to me. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Bro, we don't need the wingsuit, bro. We understand that the cape is not physically possible. But come on.
That was one of my favorite parts of the movie. And you want to know what part I really loved? When he was trying to land on the bus and the gust of wind came.
Yeah.
And the nigga landed on the ground. Because I was like, yo, this nigga's not God, bro. He can't control the weather. Like, the weather fucked this nigga up. And he fumbled, bro. Even when he took off his shirt at the beginning of the movie. And you could see all the scars and wounds he had. This version of Batman, and I don't know if any of you watchers have watched the CW version of Arrow, but it felt very reminiscent of that, to where he was a regular guy and he trained really hard. He learned a lot of shit and he became a savage, but he didn't become like a superhero.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have superpowers. Batman doesn't have superhuman intelligence. Batman has amazing human intelligence. He doesn't have superhuman strength or skills or anything like that. He's the peak of humanity.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was pretty close to that in this movie, and I loved it.
Yeah, I like how everything that he did was within the realm of human possibility.
Dope.
But it could have had a little bit more imaginative aspect for me to be like, okay, that'll make no sense, but it's raw. Like, even when it was in like the final battle and he jumped onto the little cord.
Yeah.
He could have. I understand. Batarangs don't have anything physical about him. It don't make sense. But he could have just threw the damn Batarang. I'm like.
But the scene, to me, was so much more powerful this way. Because this version of Batman was a, fuck it, I'm going to do whatever I can do. I might get shocked by this electricity. I might take hella L's, but I'm going to do what I have to do.
See, the other reason I didn't like it, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to fall into the water. He cut the cord and held on to the part that was falling instead of holding on to the part that isn't falling.
But it would have been too limp to cut the part underneath. He had to cut above it because his body weight was holding it taut.
I mean, it was a heavy thing at the bottom. It was like the whole stadium thing was falling. I feel like, dude, you could have just cut that mug.
Nah, you got to cut above. That's how cutting works. You have to pull it taut.
I feel like the weight at the bottom, all the metal hanging from it, was holding it taut enough.
Nah, that's just, I'm sorry, that's just not how gravity works.
I feel like.
And I like how this movie had how gravity works. And I liked how little CGI was in this movie.
Yeah, there was very little CGI.
The villains, they didn't go with like fucking cinder block or plasma. Wait, is that his name? What's the clay man? Whatever that nigga's name is. Clayface. Yeah. They didn't go with hella CGI motherfuckers. They went with the Riddler. And I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw the Riddler, I was disappointed.
When like the original like mask and stuff?
Yeah, when I saw it in like
the trailers?
Yeah, on the trailers and shit.
I didn't think it was gonna be cool.
I like how whimsical and like
I like how he's a normal nigga.
And he's a loser, bro. Yeah.
I like that.
I think that's cool. So when I saw this one, I was like, damn, this Riddler got the Yeezy fit on. Like, I don't know if I'm really fucking with it. But he ended up being really cool.
Yeah. Riddler is my favorite Batman villain.
That's a weird take.
He can fuck Batman up. You don't know me. You don't see me. I'm just fucking with you. That is the greatest.
I don't know. Riddler's kind of a loser.
I like villains that just want to fuck with you. I don't need to kill people. I'm just here to fuck with you.
Yeah, but Riddler kills a lot of people.
Yeah, he does. But he also just kind of just wants to fuck with Batman.
I don't know. I feel like Riddler's a loser. That's me. I feel like he's lame.
My thing is, another reason that I like Riddler and secured my liking of him from this movie, my nigga won. Like,
yeah, no, the Riddler
did what he was supposed to do. It was his lackeys.
Well, they didn't take out the mayor.
Yeah,
and he didn't take out Bruce Wayne.
I mean, yeah, but I'm like, he knew that his bombs were gonna go off. He knew he was gonna get arrested. He was leaving that all to his lackeys. He was like, I'm gonna do my part. You guys handle the rest. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
he flooded the city. It was cooked.
Yeah,
like them bombs went off.
That was different.
I was not expecting that.
He really did a lot of shit that I don't know how he got that shit off, bro.
I have no idea how
nigga was breaking in the cribs.
He killed it.
I don't know how he got into the mayor's crib at the beginning. He was sneaking into niggas' cars. He was on his game, bro. That nigga was 10 toes.
He's just an amazing villain.
Yeah, and he fumbled trying to kill Bruce Wayne. So that part, I completely understand why they did it. It kind of was a little off. Kind of like the reason he was killing Bruce Wayne. Everybody else, he was killing for like a specific reason. He didn't have a real reason to kill Bruce Wayne.
He kind of had a reason.
Because the nigga was an orphan?
Well, I thought it was because of his dad and the renewal fund that they didn't really get.
His dad didn't do anything wrong with the renewal fund. The nigga just died. He didn't choose to die. My nigga was like, yo, I'm donating $1 billion. I got y'all. And then got smoked. He didn't do shit wrong. Like,
yeah.
He was like, sins of the father. Nigga, the father didn't sin.
But, I mean, he was looking like, I'm an orphan and I'm finna get out this jam. And then didn't. I'd be pretty heated.
Nigga, that's not your bad. Like, nigga didn't fumble shit, bro.
He just had misguided rage. Like,
I do get what he was saying, like, about, I don't know, I just thought it was weird because he was like, yeah, this reporter, this shit happened to the reporter because they didn't want the information about the mom to get out.
That was dumb. That didn't make any sense.
Like, nigga, the mom went to
like
a mental hospital.
I was like, why is that wrong?
She went to a mental hospital. Yo, can't nobody know she has some mental health issues.
I'm like,
fix this shit.
Make no sense.
What? That shit was weird to me.
But
him killing Bruce Wayne was wild because Bruce Wayne literally didn't do shit wrong, bro. Nigga didn't do shit wrong. I mean, he didn't. He tried to kill Bruce Wayne. He didn't. Speaking of which, absolutely love this portrayal of Bruce Wayne.
I also did like this portrayal of Bruce Wayne. It was something that I wasn't used to, and in the beginning I didn't really like, but nearing the end I started to rock with it.
I liked it from the very beginning because Bruce Wayne is normally this flashy playboy, pretty boy on top of the world, business mogul. That's not, if we're being realistic, that's not what Bruce Wayne would be. He'll be a creepy weirdo.
Yeah.
Just like he was in this movie, you know? Like, bro was talking to Alfred, shielding his eyes from the light. Because the nigga's like, bro, this light's hurting my eyes. I be in the dark all the time. And when you have these two personalities of yourself, you have Bruce Wayne and Batman, you can't just flick that switch. You can't just flick that switch and be like, now I'm Bruce Wayne. All that Batman shit, I'm just shedding that off. When Bruce Wayne was at the funeral, he was barely Bruce Wayne at the funeral. He was just Batman, not in the suit. He was forgetting that he wasn't even Batman. And I thought that part was just, I don't know, I thought that was a really cool portrayal for Bruce Wayne because it wasn't the normal, super cool, suave. He was a creepy weirdo, and that's what Bruce Wayne really would be.
Yeah, I liked how Batman in general, well, first off, the whole bat signal thing was awesome.
What you mean?
Bro, I never completely understood the reason for the bat signal. I thought bat signal turns on and now Batman is out. But they were like, bat signal's on, you don't know if Batman's out or not.
Yeah.
But y'all better watch the fuck out, because if he is here, it's cooked for you. I was like, that's hard. I never really thought about the reason for the bat signal.
That was like, cool.
That was awesome.
Because criminals is looking at shadows like, is that nigga?
Is that him?
I don't know. Let me just go home, bro. I'm done with this shit. Fuck this.
The whole time, like, the little Bruce monologue was explaining the bat signal. They were like, once that signal comes on, the criminals don't know where I am, but they better watch out, because I could be anywhere. I am the shadows.
That was fire.
I was like, that's smart and that's hard.
Yeah.
That's raw.
Yeah, that was cool.
So I was really rocking with that.
I thought that was a really cool explanation. I also loved the representation in this movie. Commissioner Gordon, or I don't know if he's commissioner or detective, whatever. Gordon.
Yeah.
Black man, black cat, Catwoman.
Catwoman.
Black woman. I just thought that was really cool. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of really cool representation in the movie that I thought was really dope. And Gordon played the fuck out of his role.
He did.
The actor that played Gordon looked like Jordan Peele playing a role for Key and Peele. I was like, nigga, is that Jordan Peele in costume?
I wasn't sure if I knew who the actor was, or if it was a familiar face. And now that you just said Jordan Peele, I think that's who I was picturing.
That nigga was Jordan Peele in a Key and Peele costume.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that nigga looked like.
Basically.
I was like, nigga, is this a Key and Peele sketch that I'm watching? This nigga looked like Jordan Peele.
He did look exactly.
Yeah, that shit was, I don't know, but he was playing the fuck out of them roles.
He went crazy. And the dynamic between Batman and Gordon was really like nostalgic, because it was like, this is the only person that I trust.
I liked how heavy they trusted each other.
Like, I literally do not know who you are. but I trust you because I believe in what you're doing.
I honestly thought, and I think Batman thought, when he picked up the phone when they were in the Riddler's place, and he was like, yo, he's calling for you. He was like, he's calling for the Batman. I think Batman thought that at that point he knew that he was Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Yeah, because he said, I know the real you. And then he got the phone call and Batman said to him, you're a good cop. And I think he was saying that because he was like, you now know I'm Bruce Wayne, and you're not making a big deal about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're a good cop for that, which we found out didn't turn out to be true.
Yeah.
Because I thought the Riddler knew he was Bruce Wayne too.
Me too.
And so did he. He was like, Bruce Wayne. And nigga was like, damn, bro, this nigga knows me. He was like, we didn't get him, did we? Amazing how the Riddler thought that they were working together.
That was awesome.
The parallels that were drawn in this entire movie were incredible, bro. At the beginning, Batman was damn near a villain. And he looked like he looked like a villain.
Oh, well.
The police treated him as a villain.
Yeah.
And even the
that was like the peak of vigilante, which I liked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like they ever treated Green Arrow like a vigilante.
You didn't watch season 1 of Arrow well enough. They treated that nigga like a vigilante for real.
Yeah,
they hated that nigga.
They did. They really hated that nigga. But this just showed in comic books and stuff. I feel like they don't.
Oh, well, this is a whole different version of Green Arrow.
Yeah,
but yeah.
But I liked how they really stood on like this nigga is a vigilante. It's cooked. Police not rocking with him. Criminals not rocking with him.
And that's why it was dope though, because he was kind of like, Batman wasn't a hero. Batman was a villain for the villains. You know, like kind of someone for the villains to be scared of. And Batman was even talking about it at the end of the film with just kind of like his growth. The I am vengeance, the villain-esque aesthetic is kind of what the Riddler stemmed from, because the Riddler saw that and thought, this nigga's a villain too. Yeah. It was like, and this nigga's helping me and we're working together. That's why all those notes said to the Batman, because it was like, nigga, this is for you, bro. Like, you my homie. We running this shit up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost exactly what he said when he was locked up in the cell. He was like, yo, we're partners. Like, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, and like not in like a trying to taunt him type of way.
Yeah, he really
was like, no, nigga, like we did it, bro.
Partners.
Yeah, he was like, nigga, we did it. Good shit, Brody. Like, and Batman like, oh, nigga, we didn't do shit, bro. I ain't do this. I ain't help you with this. Yeah. And it kind of showed even like the duality between the Riddler and Batman. Batman was trying to help the city, but he wasn't inspiring hope. He was really
inciting fear.
Exactly. But the Riddler was actually inciting hope. And that's why he had all the niggas pull up, because he was inciting hope in them. Batman he thought he was kind of going to end up doing that, but all he was doing was inciting more fear, and he wasn't actually helping anything through that. And then at the end, when he kind of made that realization, was when the change really started to come about in the city, which worst city in the world. If you make a conscious decision to move to Gotham, you are fucking bugging, bro.
Is the most terrifying place to even think about.
Why on earth would you even... If you live in Gotham, why the fuck would you stay in Gotham,
No
bro?
one should be staying in Gotham. If I knew that this many criminals were running around, and not only criminals, Batman was running around to beat my ass if I litter, I'm not stepping foot in Gotham.
That nigga, Gotham is the worst place on earth. Not to mention, they took the Riddler and threw that nigga in Arkham. Arkham is the worst fucking prison ever. Arkham is not a prison. Arkham is a motel that niggas pull up for, spend 2-3 nights in that bitch, and then dip the fuck out. Why does Batman still throw niggas in? Why is Arkham still a thing, bro?
Arkham needs to be gone.
That nigga Joker bounced from Arkham every other week, bro.
28 million times, bro.
They be like, yo, yeah, throw him in Arkham. Why?
Why?
Why, nigga?
We do not need to keep.
They just leave all the doors unlocked in that
Metropolis,
bitch.
Please
Take niggas somewhere else, bro, because Arkham is not getting it done. That nigga Harvey Dent be bouncing from that bitch every week. Penguin be bouncing from that bitch every week. Riddler, Joker, Harley Quinn, any Batman villain, bounce the fuck up out of Arkham.
This was one thing that made me really like Riddler and kind of hate Batman and Gordon. I guess I might have gotten the picture wrong a little bit, but URL Rata Aventura or something?
Rata Alada.
Alada. First off, the riddle, gas. The
El Rata Alada?
URL,
yeah.
That was perfect. I loved that. But isn't a rat with wings a bat?
No, it's a pigeon.
I feel like bat is a rodent and it has wings.
Nah, but a pigeon is literally called like that's what people call it.
Oh, I thought that was weird. But that riddle was gas.
Nah, that riddle was stupid. Because nigga, they had that nigga Falcone, which was a bird with wings.
Yeah.
Batman's in the town, which is with wings. Penguin with wings. That was dumb.
That's why it was a riddle. There was a lot of options.
It was a multiple choice riddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was...
it wasn't easy to figure out.
Nah, that shit was impossible to figure out.
They went to Penguin. They were wrong. Then they went to... Oh, I guess after that they went to Falcon.
Penguin was charismatic as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I fucked with that nigga Penguin. Penguin's going to be the villain of the next one, I am assuming. Or if he's not the main villain, he's going to have a main role.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's taking up Falcone's role now.
Yeah, definitely Dent. He's going to be...
Why do you say that?
Why would they introduce him?
That was the Joker, bro.
You're wildin'.
Why do you think it was Dent?
Wait, who's Dent? Two-Face, right?
Yeah.
That was clearly Dent.
Did you not hear the laughter, though? Them niggas was laughing.
Did you not see his face?
See, but that's the thing. I did see the face, but everything he was saying, he said, what did he say? He said something about being a clown. He was like...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That was the... saying clown, saying the word clown and having two faces.
But I
feel like he's Two-Face.
He said, I'm a clown. Then the nigga started laughing. And yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I feel like
Bro was telling jokes.
I feel like Harvey Dent laughs from time to time. He also has two faces.
But the nigga, like, his face was kind of fucked up, but we couldn't see it for real. It could just be Joker with, like, just a fucked up face, bro.
I gotta say, you kind of wilding on this. That was definitely Harvey Dent, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought so at first, but everything he was saying pointed toward the Joker. And it was dark, bro. Like, you didn't even see how he could have just been ugly.
It could have been pointing toward the Joker, as in they're all villains and they might end up being with the Joker. But I think that was Two-Face.
I don't know, bro. The nigga made too many clown references. He was laughing for real.
Yeah. Once again, I feel like villains still laugh.
I don't know, bro.
Riddler laughed.
Yeah, but he tells riddles and then laughs. Yeah. That's like his thing.
I guess, but
I don't know. That's what I got from it. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
I'm kind of just going through the movie.
Right.
Whoever ratted on the Riddler, bogus as hell.
Ratted? Who ratted on the Riddler?
When he shot dude, and then he bounced out the building and ran down the stairs, and then they got a call and was like, "Yeah, I saw somebody just run down the stairs and run into the cafe next door."
Yeah, but I'm sure that was part of his plan.
To have somebody rat on him?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that makes sense.
No, that was 1,000% a part of his plan.
Okay. Because I was like, whoever did that, I'm like, what if it wasn't him? Like, what if I was just in my building and went to go get a cup of coffee?
No, that was the Riddler's plan 1,000%, bro.
Okay. I guess
I would assume that even the person who did it may have even been working for the Riddler, potentially.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, I don't think that was an accident or a surprise. The Riddler wanted to be caught. That was, you remember, in his final video, which he posted, he was like, nah, I'm going to be in jail. He was ready for that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess then it makes sense. but
Yeah, no, that was definitely his goal.
oh,
1000%.
Whoever ratted on him bogus as hell.
Yeah, no, that was his goal 1000%. But hold on, let me look at my movie notes. But I feel like that's the majority of what I have. But that shit was great, bro.
Yeah, definitely a very good movie, very good plot.
What the fuck
I
are my
could
movie notes?
have toned down the realism a little.
I absolutely love the realism. That was probably my favorite part.
I could have gone for some imagination.
Oh, the Batmobile. What did you think of the Batmobile?
It's hard. That whole chase scene was hard. That was so raw.
One thing that I loved about this movie was if I wrote something negative in my notes, I would literally have to address it later on in the notes because they would correct almost any issue I saw. I was watching it and I typed out car chase scene, whack. And then that nigga jumped through the fire and I was like, never mind.
That whole car chase scene was
I didn't like the whole thing.
What did you not like about it?
The camera angles were super, I don't know.
I partly liked the camera angles, and I almost like made a note of this in my mind because a lot of the time I didn't know which way they were going.
I didn't like that. That was
I thought that was
to me.
cool because I was like, because once I did figure out which way they were going, I was like, wait, this nigga Penguin is driving backward down the wrong side of the highway.
Yeah, see, I couldn't tell. And then also the way they were doing it, I couldn't tell from some of the angles they were doing. I didn't know which one was the Batmobile and which one was the Penguin from like an overhead view. You couldn't always tell that. And like, once again, that's just a stylistic thing. Stylistically, I probably wouldn't have liked that. Another stylistic note that I made was Catwoman and Batman on their motorcycles. Super confusing to tell which was which. There were scenes where I thought I was looking at Batman on his motorcycle, and then it would cut, and I'd be like, "Oh shit, this is Catwoman right now."
I think the whole time I understood who was who, but I found it kind of weird that Catwoman was like in front of him the entire time.
Oh, I'm not talking at the final scene.
Oh.
No, I'm talking like there were many times where even when he was tailing her and she went and got on her motorcycle, throughout the movie, they both had motorcycles and were on motorcycles a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would think it was Batman and it would actually be her. And that's just like small stylistic things. If I'm talking stylistically, that scene with the nigga in the elevator was incredible, bro. Where the nigga jumped down at the elevator and the whole hallway was black. And the only time you could see, only times you could see were when the guns were spraying and you would get that dope silhouette.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
Because that's like the pinnacle of Batman is fear.
Amazing.
Like, you didn't know where he was until you shot.
That shit was so cool.
That shit was
awesome. So cool to me.
That was
stylistically
like
great standpoint.
Cinematic scene I had seen in that movie.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Overall a great movie, man. Overall a great movie. Go ahead.
This was, as they were in the building, I think this was the second time they went back to the building where Catwoman and Falcone were talking.
Falcone, yeah.
Falcone. That man is like Batman, bro.
Falcone?
They were fighting and he like slid under the table and disappeared. He came back with the pool stick and choked Shorty out. I was like, how he disappear like that?
I don't know, but I didn't think that was that incredible.
Bro, that was crazy. Is he Batman?
I didn't think it was that crazy.
It didn't even make sense.
He did catch her slipping with that pool stick. I jumped. Like I actually like flinched. When he hit her, I was like, damn. Yeah. Like that shit looked painful, bro.
Bro, I rock with Falcone. He was also a pretty solid villain.
I rocked with Catwoman. She was great.
Catwoman was cool.
She was going crazy with the cat claws and shit. That mask was ass, bro.
I hated
that mask. Was terrible. I
hated it so much.
Oh my God, that shit looked so bad.
I didn't like how it was a regular mask. And it wasn't
that bitch was a skull cap, bro.
It wasn't even supposed to be cat ears. Like, it was just a mask.
That bitch was a garbage ass skull cap that she cut a uneven hole in it, bro. Like, that mask was not it.
Like your whole face. Like, it didn't make sense.
That shit was trash, bro. I ain't give a fuck about it. Yeah, that shit
definitely needed a different mask.
Other than that, she was a great character, though.
She was really cool.
When he said, you don't have to give up your own life. She said, I got 9 of them. Jumped off. That shit was cold.
That was awesome.
Yeah, there was some great scenes in this movie. Overall, this is the perfect Batman movie for Batman haters.
Yeah.
Because all the reasons that I hate Batman, they addressed and fixed and made him the perfect Batman.
Yeah.
I had an amazing time watching this. We'll probably go watch it again. 10 out of 10.
This made me want to like play the Batman games all over again.
Man, fuck the Batman games. I just want to watch this movie again.
It's like, I like how they really they didn't use the fear aspect as much as they did in the other movies. Like, this movie right here was like, Batman is fear. He is the darkness.
I thought it was really lame how slow he walked all the time, too. That would have annoyed the fuck out of me if I was Gordon, bro. Be a nigga, catch
I thought
up,
you
bro.
meant,
Damn.
like, during the fight scenes. I was like, that's the scariest part. He was eating them bullets.
Bruh, that shit would piss me off so much. I'm like, nigga, we are trying to figure this shit out. Walk, bro. Damn.
Yeah, he did walk pretty slow.
Yeah, that shit was stupid. But I think that's all we got, unless you got something else.
I think that is all that I have.
Yeah, overall, great movie. Had an amazing time watching it. We'll probably go see it again. And if the DC universe keeps, the new DC universe keeps the same theme,
I have
I'm
small extra like piece.
Go for it.
Batman, if they ever introduce any of the other Bat family, Batman is a very dark person now. Like, I feel like a lot of other versions of Batman, even in comic books, aren't that dark. If they introduce other people in the Bat family, what's that gonna be like? Because Robin isn't dark at all. Like, if I see Batman and then
which
this
Robin
child,
you talking though?
Like young Dick Grayson. Like, if I see a child running around in red and green tights, bro,
I mean,
and you're standing next to Batman,
I doubt we're gonna see that though. I feel like that if they did that, they might just skip to like Nightwing or something.
that would be good. I would like that.
Yeah, that's what
it
I would do.
It would contradict.
Or I
too
just
much.
wouldn't introduce it.
Yeah, hopefully they don't.
Yeah, that's what I would do. But yeah. Overall, great movie. I hope the DCEU keeps sticking with this. And if they keep doing this, they can definitely make a fan out of me.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, 100%. But thank y'all so much for watching. We will catch y'all next time. Peace.